Everyone. Welcome to session 3 of module 4. Here we are going to be demonstrating an imagery training exercise, how imagery is being done in teams. To do this, we have two young budding basketball players. We have Miss Niharika, who is a current state player and junior international, and we have Miss Pavni, who's also a current state player. Thank you both for coming here and going through this exercise with us. So both these players represent the Karnataka state team. They're also part of the club and also of the college team. So they combine together to play, and that's the reason why they both are here today. And also, when we look at teams, it may not be possible to do imagery exercise for the entire team of 12 players. So since these two are combined together, and one is a forward and the other one is a point guard, or one is a post and the other one is a point guard, it becomes easier for them to combine. So Pavni and Niharika will be starting this imagery training program. Okay, so firstly, I'll be explaining to you what is imagery. Imagery is a very simple exercise. What you do in imagery is you are recreating an image in your mind. Okay, you recreate an image of something that you already know, like an apple or a flower or a rose or something that you already know, because you've already seen it and you know how it looks and you have a concept about how a rose or a apple, etc., would be. So after we recreate the image, there are some things that we have to keep in mind. So because we are going to be using it in sports and it's going to benefit you in your performance and also in your matches, we have to make use of all our senses. Okay, so all the sense organs, I know, of course, I think you know, right? That you should be able to see, that's the visual. Then you have the auditory, ability to hear the sounds. Then you have the olfactory, where you can get the smell, like. And then you have the tactile. Tactile is touch, like feel the ball, or even feel the opponents when you are defending. And then you have the kinesthetic movement. That is, you can feel the transfer of weight, like when you're taking a jump shot or you take a layup shot, right? You can feel the leg movement. So that is the kinesthetic. And also the other important aspect is your emotions. You have to be happy when you are like doing your visualization, or are you excited? Is it fun? How is it, like, that's the emotions. These are the things that you have to keep in mind. And the other important aspect is, when we do the imagery or visualization, as it's called, you have to see the image very clearly. So if I tell you, like, imagine a rose, you should be able to imagine the rose in detail, like the color, the structure, the stalk, everything. So, and the that is the clarity or the vividness, what they call. And another aspect is controlling. So you should control to see what image. Like if I say imagine a rose, you should be able to imagine a rose of a color that you want, right? Which you feel is comfortable to you. So that is how you control an image. So to help us understand and to go through this exercise, we are doing 3 basic exercise. First is a very general scene, which I'm going to ask you to imagine. The second exercise will be a skill related to basketball, which you can think in image. And the third one is a guided imagery, where I'm going to read a script to you, and both of you are involved in the play, and you will have to image and visualize and see the image. And after each of the exercises, we take a feedback, like how do you feel, like can you see the image, and could you see the image clearly, etc., right? Basic information about the image that you are asked you to do. Okay, so are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So feel relaxed. All simple exercises. Okay, I want you to feel relaxed. Sit comfortably. Okay, close your eyes. Take a deep breathe in. Inhale. Slowly exhale. We'll do it one more time. Breathe in. Slowly exhale. One more time. Take a deep breathe in and slowly exhale. I want you to feel positive, happy. Okay. Imagine a very beautiful and peaceful garden. The garden has beautiful flowers with different colors, nice green grass. Imagine the warmth on your skin as you walk around the garden. Imagine yourself moving around. Feel relaxed, feel happy. Try to hear the birds in the background. They are chirping and going from tree to tree. Try to get the smell of the flowers. Imagine this scene for a few seconds. Now slowly open your eyes and come into the present moment. Are you still in the garden or you're here?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'll ask each one of you, Niharika, were you able to image the garden?
Yeah, I was.
You were able to image. Okay. Any particular location or place that the garden was, or
No,
it's just a garden?
random. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Pavni?
Yes, I could also imagine.
Okay, so Pavni here is undergoing the imagery and visualization exercise for the first time, and Niharika, I believe, has already done some amount of visualization. So you can we're going to ask them questions about that. So Pavni, were you able to feel the warmth, like all the senses, right? Were you able to feel the senses
Yes, except hearing.
except hearing? You couldn't hear them. Okay, that's good for a start, I would say, right? Yeah. What about you, Niharika?
I could
When you were
do
here,
everything.
you could get all the senses.
Yeah,
and
I could
everything.
smell,
You
hear
could.
everything.
Okay, that's good. So, this is like a basic baseline imagery exercise. So, if you are able to, image, and if you're able to hear the sounds and all the senses, that means you have got good imaging ability, and we could take it further to the next level. Okay. So, in the next exercise, I want you both of you, to imagine one skill in basketball that you want to image. Okay. Any skill that could be. Okay. And I want you to think about the skill. So, are you ready? Have you thought about the skill? Okay, fine. All right. So, what I want you to do again, two to three important things that we keep in mind when we do visualization or imagery is being relaxed. Either you sit in a comfortable position, because right now we are sitting, or even you could sleep, back home when you have time. Feeling relaxed, comfortable, and also having positive thoughts. Okay. And breathing is very essential, because that's the way you're going to calm your nerves, and that's how you can think. Okay. And during the process of the imagery, some thoughts may come in, right? Like unwanted thoughts. Push it aside and then restart your imagery. Okay.
Yes.
So close your eyes. Feel relaxed. We do a deep breathe in. And exhale slowly. One more time. Take a deep breathe in. And exhale slowly. Now imagine that you're in your practice ground or in your court. Nobody is there with you. It's just you. And I want you to imagine you doing the skill. Imagine the court. Imagine you doing the skill. And you can hear your teammates and other colleagues in the background talking. But nobody is watching you do. You're all alone. Image this for a few seconds. Now slowly open your eyes and come into the present moment. Okay. So Pavni, what skill did you imagine?
Taking a layup.
Taking a layup shot. Right hand, left hand?
Right hand.
Right hand. Okay. And you were able to see
Yes.
yourself doing it? Did you see yourself converting the shot?
Yes.
Okay. So that's also another crucial thing in when you do imagery, right? You should be seeing successfully you completing the skill, not making errors, because that's the way you develop. What about you, Niharika?
Taking a 3-pointer.
3-pointer. Okay.
I was able to get
You're able to get
Yeah.
it? Okay, fine. Could you, what other aspects did you also see when you were doing this skill, right? Besides what I told you, did you see anything else? Like, did you see what clothes you were wearing, or
I was wearing this.
you're wearing this? Okay. Did you see yourself? Okay. And where were you practicing this?
Kantirva.
Same
Kantirva.
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 Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's nice. See the power of imagery, right? Like sitting here, and in recording in this imagery exercise, you're in Kantirva Stadium. That's the power of imagery, right? Do you have any difficulty doing the imagery?
No.
No.
Okay, nothing. And did you have any external thoughts that come in?
No.
You were able to focus?
Yes.
Okay.
I
And-
was just thinking about which skill I should do. If I should play under the board as
Okay.
post, or
Okay.
if I should take a 3-pointer.
3-pointer. Okay. Like you were deciding what to
Yeah.
take it. Okay.
That's
And you are all by yourself, right? There's nobody
yes.
else. There's nobody else.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did these two exercise? How did you feel after doing these two exercise? Like the imagining the garden versus the skill, which was easier?
the skill.
Skill.
Skill is easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? because you're doing it on a day-to-day basis,
Yeah.
right? Whereas the garden is, I mean, you do see, but you're not like
It's not
focusing
every
on and everything. Yeah, right. Fine. Okay, that's good. I think we are having a good start, and these two girls are like showing good capability for imagery, right? Okay.
Yes.
So now we move on to the third exercise. This is the guided imagery part, and I'm going to be reading the script to you, and you both have to just follow what I tell you to do. Okay, step by step, follow what I tell you to do. So, as the basics, sit comfortably. Okay, feel relaxed. Close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale. Slowly exhale. One more time. Slowly inhale. Slowly exhale. Feel positive and happy. I want both of you to imagine that you're playing in a state championship tournament and your match has been announced. You go for your warm up along with the team. You both feel strong and fit as you jog and do your warm up and your exercises. Now your team enters the court. You enter in to take your practice layup shots. You convert each one of them, both the right and the left, and you feel very happy and positive. After the layup, you start taking a few under basket shots, Niharika, and Pavni, you take some 2-pointers and some 3-pointers. You convert them and you feel confident. You hear the referee blow the whistle for the start of the match. The coach gives you last minute instructions and also assigns the man to you. The start of the jump ball, Niharika, you stand there for taking the jump ball. You jump and tap the ball. It's a good tap, but the tap is intercepted by the opponents and they dribble to the offensive court. You start defending your man. The opponents start rotating the ball. They find one of their teammates is free. They pass it to her. Because the defense is lagging, she takes a 3-pointer attempt. She misses it. Niharika, you jump and you collect a very good rebound over your opponents. You see Pavni waiting to receive the ball and you pass it to her. Pavni dribbles the ball to the front court. And as you're dribbling, you plan what to do. You start rotating the ball to get an opening. Meanwhile, Niharika, you take position at the 45-degree angle. Pavni passes the ball to you. But the defense comes on to you, so you pass the ball back to Pavni. Pavni is again looking for an opening. Time is ticking. Pavni sees an opening. She beats her man and drives in from the center. As you watch her driving, you cut in from the right side from the 45 degrees, beating your man. She minuses the ball to you, a perfect bounce pass. You're able to collect the ball and take a perfect layup shot, and it's a perfect basket. The crowd and your team is clapping for the shot. You both give high fives, feel confident and happy that you are able to combine together as a team and also convert the opening shot. The match has started on a positive note. Both of you feel energized and you are happy about your good teamwork. Picture this in your mind and hold the picture for a few seconds. Now slowly open your eyes and come into the present moment. Any idea which state championship tournament you played? Who your opponents were? Any idea?
It was the one we played the under 18 2 years ago.
Okay.
We were playing Vanguards.
Vanguards. Okay. Okay. So tell me, Pavni, how did you feel? Because this is your first experience into the visualization and imagery, session. How did you feel? Were you able to go through whatever I was telling you? Were you able to image?
In the beginning, it took me a little time to get used to it, but by the time I was able to imagine everything,
Okay.
it was fine. Like, it was a little bit different because I've never thought in such a way to
Right.
imagine anything like this.
Right. Okay.
But I could imagine everything.
Okay. You could see Niharika.
Yes.
You could see, I mean, like her standing, her cutting.
Yes.
You could see yourself passing the ball to her.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So coming to you, Niharika, how was the experience? How did you feel? Could you imagine everything like step by step
Yeah.
when I told you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I could because I remember a match that we played 2 years ago,
Okay.
and I remember the warm up. We were warming up outside in
Okay.
the parking area.
Okay.
Then we went in. Then we
Right.
were talking to Jayanti ma'am.
Okay.
Then we entered.
Right.
I remember, like when
Yeah.
you were saying the man to man, when
Right.
she was telling you man, I could
You could
imagine
get it.
everything. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's because when we do an imagery script or when we do imagery, it has to be as close to the real life scene, right? Because if I tell you to just come and start playing the match, then I'm not creating the tempo. So we have to create the script in such a way that you start from the very first step in when you get into the court and everything. So that's why it has to be as detailed and as real as the lifeline picture. Okay. And how did you both feel like, the first one was different. It was a general scene. The second one was, I told you to just image a skill and I didn't help you in any way. But here I helped you, right? I guided. So which do you think is better? Like doing things on your own, imaging on your own or having someone to guide you?
On your own, it's a bit easier.
Yeah.
It's easier?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you guided, like you are like forced to imagine what we are telling you, or what is the thing, or is it like what is the basic difference?
I feel like if we do it by ourselves, we have more freedom to think, to visualize whatever we want.
Okay.
But when you were telling us,
Right.
we would only visualize what you were telling us.
Yeah.
So
Because we are working in teams, right? So when we are in teams, or everybody has to image what this the sequence would be or what the situation would be. If it is an individual skill like you taking a free throw or like you taking a layup shot by yourself, then it could be an individual one because it's a team scenario where both of you are trying to combine to each other with each other. That's why the guided script is imagined. Otherwise it's hard for you both to come up with a script, right?
Yeah.
So that's how
Yes.
it is being done. So you do realize that doing this doing this kind of a guided imagery script and working as a part of a team, you both could utilize it in other situations.
Yes.
Right? Probably like both of you could develop your own script or take my help to develop a script and do it. So see, what is happening in imagery is you are already there before you have entered the court. So if you do this imagery exercise before the competition, you're already there. So when you go to the court, nothing is new to you. Yeah, right. Like you already know what you're going to do, how you're going to do. I know that in sports and matches, things come automatically because that's how you train. But when you know for sure what you want to do, it's going to be more useful and more effective to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at this guided imagery script, right? Were you able to feel happy? Were you able to experience the emotion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you see yourself giving high five?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you could.
Yeah.
So what's the difficult part about imagery, right? Because we work with a lot of athletes and, introduce them to imagery and make them go through. What do you felt was important from imagery? What's your takeaway thing from this imagery exercise?
Ma'am, I feel like the last thing that you told us to do, since we've been playing together for so long, so we
Right.
could visualize it. But the first exercise that you did, the garden one, that was tougher.
That was a tough one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we never.
Yeah, that's a baseline exercise we do to identify whether you can do imagery or not.
Yeah.
Or see, there is no problem if you cannot image. It doesn't mean that you don't have the skill. It's just that you need to practice because every time you're doing a imagery, some thoughts come in and some is difficult. So you need to concentrate.
Yes.
Yeah, it's important to concentrate. Yeah. What's your take home, Pavni? Because you've never done imagery and visualization, right? How do you feel about this exercise? And would you be using it in future?
Yeah, I think it'll help me be more calm in the future matches. If I
Okay.
imagine how I will warm up and like just imagining how I'll enter the court,
Right.
and then I'll imagine how powerful I feel, and
Right.
when I walk in the court next, I'll remember what I had imagined and just try to be more powerful.
Yeah, I know. That's the one of the benefits of imagery, right?
Yeah.
It helps you to be confident. It helps. It motivates you. It gives you that inner strength, like So even I do it. Like many times, you're called for lectures or conferences or something. I image myself like wearing whatever I want to wear, standing there on the podium talking, right, and seeing the crowd. You may not know the faces, but it gives you that inner strength to
Yes, ma'am.
be there and deliver what you're supposed to deliver, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you may have the skill, but you may be underconfident also. And both of you occupy key positions in the state team as well as in the college and club, right? I mean, you're crucial players. Like much of the the complexity of the game depends on you both. So by practicing imagery, I think you can be more effective and be able to be more confident in the sport,
Yes,
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to share, like that I have not asked, like in terms of a feedback?
No, ma'am. I think visualization will help.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be it's a very powerful tool that you use,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
It's
Yes,
very
ma'am.
powerful, and you can use it for anything. You can use it in daily life. You can use it in
Yeah.
anything that you do, even in your. But the most important thing is do it in the practice sessions, right?
Yeah.
You can't think that I'm going to do imagery for the match. You have to do it in practice sessions. So Pavani, since you have not been exposed to imagery, you can do for the practice sessions, like before you go for the practice session, you can imagine doing free throw, or imagine doing a layup, or imagine yourself just doing some dribbling skills. So because most people, when we talk about psychological skills, they think it's only for the match.
Yeah.
It'll come with everyday and constant practice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you both for being here. I hope you enjoyed the imagery exercise.
Yes, ma'am.
It was really nice and fun to walk you through this imagery exercise, and I hope you use it in your
Yes.
future.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.